Welcome to a little stream today for Arcfall. We just want to showcase you guys what we're having planned for new housing. So just want to do a quick test. Can you guys hear me clearly? Nice. So first things first, I wanted to show you guys we are changing the whole housing system, and there's a few reasons why we wanted to change it. We had a lot of requests from players to have more detailed housing system where you can actually build your house per units instead of just buying a preset house and that's it. And also there's a few other reasons that we wanted to change the system to what we're going to be doing now. As I explain it further as we go through the stream, you guys will understand it a little bit better. So first things first, currently we have instanced housing and non-instanced housing. So the instanced housing is where you have your player kingdoms or your player islands that doesn't have any taxes on it, and it's free to get. And then there is the non-instance housing, which is in the world. You pay taxes on it, you have to buy the plot, taxes run out over a period of time. If you don't pay it, and you lose the plot. The only thing we were looking at doing is with the new housing system that we want to do, we're actually going to be removing the non-instanced housing. So the housing that's in the main world, we'll be removing that totally. So many of you must probably have housing already built up there, paid stuff on your taxes, put resources into building your house and all your items there. So don't worry about that. When we bring out this new system with the update, we'll be refunding all the materials that you used on building your house. All your items that's on your house plot will be mailed to you, so you won't lose it. You shouldn't be losing anything at all that was in your current non-instant housing. So you don't have to worry about the changeover that we're doing. What's going to happen with those plots or areas that we have the non-instant housing on is we're going to make those places of interest, like different mobs will be spawning there, new buildings will be going there, more quest lines, story and lore will be linked to it. So all that's going to be changing in the next update. So it's a pretty big update. Just for those who maybe see some of the UI that's broken here, you can see there's some UI that's broken. We're actually busy also upgrading to the latest version of Unity. So that's why you can see that we're just still converting the interface and so on. So having that out of the way now, so you guys don't have to worry about your housing and anything that you guys put in there that's non-instanced. Same with the instance housing, because we're changing the island sizes and the island biomes. So player islands will be different biomes that you can get in the future. The islands has changed to the size. So this is an example of one player island, that's the Oceania biome. And you can see you have quite a bit of islands. There's like 3 or 4 islands here. They're pretty big. And I'll tell you guys the reason for that now. With the new housing system, you can build anywhere on your player island. It's just like some of these survival games. You can place items down, you can build anywhere you want here. So this gives you a nice big space to build wherever you want to build and whatever you want to build. That being said, we did make some changes to housing items. So the changes we made to housing items, just keep your questions there, I'll answer them when we get to the end. It's easier to do it. The changes we made to the housing system also is we added categories. For instance, you have foundations as a category, you have construction, which is like your walls and your roofs and stuff. You have furniture as a category, and there's a few other categories, and then each category will have a limit on how many you can place down, so that we don't get some players or some places having thousands of items in their instance. So we have to control it somehow. So we have to set some limits, and these limits will be linked to a few factors. So one of the factors might be your character's level. So if you've been playing for a while, your limits will be bigger and so forth. But the limits will be reasonable, that you can actually build stuff. So when you get to this island, so this will be one biome. Like I said, we have different biomes. We'll have like a swampy biome. There'll be a bunch of different biomes that you can get. On these biomes, you'll also be able to get resources. You can gather some resources, the very tier 1 resources on each island. So you always have tier 1 resources on your islands as well. So let's get to the building side of stuff. So I can show you guys a little house that I built here. So like I said, this is still pre-alpha, so very early stages. So this is a little house here that I built. You can see there. And you see, oh, I got a wall missing here. Now that's a bit of a problem. So let's see which type of wall I want to put in here. I feel like putting in, let's look here for a plain wall. Let's put in one with a window. There we go. And there you go. You got a window in your door, in your little house. So that's more or less how it works. You can build pretty much anywhere. You can we can start off with some foundations if you want. So usually you start off with a foundation. You can see it's got a nice snap point. You still have the block. I mean, this is still very early access system, so we're still going to fine tune it. So if you build on say you build on too much of a slope, you won't be able to snap the next version in there. So it's better to look for semi-flat areas, and there's quite a lot on these islands. Let me look for that foundation again. Now we will be putting better images on these ones so that you can see which ones are which. There we go. So all you do is you place down your foundation, for instance. Then if you want to increase it, you can place 2. You can build any design you want. You can, let's say we want to make an L shape. There's the L shape. Let's say you want to make that a little entrance. Well, I'll make a elongated one. So that's like 4 there. And so you can put walls down. This is the normal walls. There's going to be different types of foundations, different walls, different styles that you can build. So you can actually design your house just like you want with the new housing system that we have. Also, just for those that might be interested in what's going to happen with the houses you bought from the store or the houses that you got in the game, the store houses, what will happen is you'll get refunded that Arcfall coin, because we won't be have pre-built houses anymore after this update. It will all be built section wise, so you can actually customize your house to whatever extent you want to do it. And these sections you will be crafting, most of these sections will be crafted at a crafting station using the hewing skill. So depending on which level you are and where you get the blueprints from will depend on what type of wall types you get, for instance. As we go into the swampy areas or those, they will have different types of wall designs, and as you level up your hewing you can build different styles, and you can also make these items and sell them to other players and they can place them down. So it's really breaking the housing system up to making it very flexible right now. So I'll just continue building this little house quickly. So I was thinking of putting a wall like this, put the one down there. And this all builds on our current system. So I'm going to put a pillar there. So roofs. So wall. Look for a pillar here. So I'll show you guys now while I'm building, but you guys can ask some questions if you have any questions on how this is gonna work, or any questions you want to ask about it. You can ask them now, and I'll just go through them as I'm building here. So I'll just quickly build this little house up that I want to build here. Show you guys how it works. Now I don't want to put another one of those, so put a plain wall in here. Now this is a very simple house I'm building, but obviously you can increase it to whatever style or design you want to do. I'm just gonna make a 2x2 house. Quickly show you guys how easy it is to put it together. Because of our new snapping changes that we've done, it's pretty easy to snap this. So this is giving me my little porch I have in front here. So that gives you a good idea there. Yeah, you can have multiple stories on the houses. Somebody just asked, can I have multiple stories? So this update, we are planning to release this update middle of next month, as we still have a lot of things that we wanted to add in and before we do this release. So we're looking at the 17th of July, I think, is when we'll be releasing it. So in like 3 or 4 weeks from now. You can have multiple stories, so you can have second levels, you can have multiple houses, like you can build anywhere in this area on any of these islands. You can build into the water if you want to. Okay, I'll show you here quickly. That's another question that was asked. So if I go foundation, it also depends on your slope of your thing. So as you see there, it won't snap easily because the slope is too low. So it depends on your slope that you have as well. That's like a step down into the water. You can have steps. We haven't added the steps in now, but that'll be coming. All chests, trade skill items, and so on, you can also have. Nothing changes on those, and anything you have in your existing claim will be available, except for the pre-built houses, basically. So yeah, you can put down your claims. Let me just see. Let me get some stations here and some furniture. Let's say sewing station. Do one of those. So you can place sewing stations anywhere you want, like that, or you can place them in the houses if you want as well. Let's pick that one up. Let's see if I can pick it up. Well, that one might be a little bit bugged. Like I said, we're still working on those stations. You can place a chair, put a chair down there. Put it there. So all your chests, you can be able to place them anywhere as well. Because everything has a limit on it, you guys will see what your limits are. The limit still stays there, so it doesn't matter where you put it on your claim. This whole area, you can put it absolutely anywhere you want here. Don't worry about clearing your old houses, because any of the old system houses, when we do this transition, all the items in your house will be sent to you by mail. So you'll have all your items in mail in the chest, and you can unpack them into your house. Same with resources that you've used in your houses. All the resources that you've put into building the house will be refunded, so you'll have all the resources back. So there won't be a bad transition between this and what we had before. No, the only thing is you can't edit the land, so you can't make land flat. That's why we've given you a lot of flat areas. So you won't be able to build anywhere because of depending on the levels, but some people might be creative and have a way to adjust the foundations and stuff to make it adjustable. Do I have a door? There we go, there's a door. Put a door in. So there's a little house built. I just have to put the roof on. There will be a limit on the time that we put on the mail, but I think currently it's like 30 days. I think that's quite a bit of time for you to actually get all your stuff built and taken out. We don't want to leave it too long, because many people will just use that as a storage system then. So we won't be able to leave it too long for those things. Put my roof on. I feel like I'm gonna put some more foundations down this side, extend it around it, have a little porch around the house. See if I can get this angle of this roof right. Like I say, we still have a little bit of modifications we have to do with the snapping. This roof doesn't want to snap on that side. See if I stand on the inside. Give me a sec, I just want to read what the comments is, so many. Chests, we're still deciding if we want to we allow you to place them outside. Most probably will allow you to place chests outside, so you won't be needing them inside the houses. Other things we're gonna be doing in the update that's coming will be like bows. Bows will be. We're hoping to get the bow abilities and so on finalized for combat, and we're also looking at. We'll have more armor sets, more mobs in the new update. So it's gonna be a considerable update. It won't be just for the housing. Just the housing is one of the bigger ones that we're working on. Why doesn't this one work? We have to work on this house roof snapping. I don't think there's a limit on how much items can be mailed. So it's whatever's on your claim basically will get to you, get mailed to you. Let's see if I can get a hedge. Get some hedges, yeah. Some of these things we haven't tested yet to see if they work. Oh, the hedge works nice. Let's try a corner hedge. Yeah, so all items that are in chests will be mailed as well. So how it works, it is your chest will be mailed to you, and when you click the chest and place it down, it will carry your items with your chest basically. So if you want to move chests also, if I'm gathering right from Zero what he's working on, if you want to move a chest, for instance, even now, even in your house with the new update, and you move it, the items inside will stay in it, so you don't have to empty the chest first before you move it. So that's the one system that we're doing too. So obviously when you guys build, you don't want to build like I'm doing now with the short hedges the whole time, because each item you place down goes to your list of amount of items you're allowed to place down. So the bigger the items and the less items you place down, the better. Oh, let's see here, what do we have here? Let's see if I can get one of these stations to work here, because I haven't noticed if we tested them. There you go. Put our anvil down. So this will be my little crafting area. Maybe I'll put a little crafting area here. On the side of the house. Different biomes will be available. So I think how we're gonna make it so you can switch biomes is basically it'll pack everything up. It's on your claim because different biomes are designed differently, and then unpack them in in the other biome for you. So you can actually like build. You can pick up the items and you can build them in other claim, other biomes. So that's how you would switch between them. But we're hoping to get more than one biome out on this update that we're gonna be releasing. Let's pick up this one here. So you'll also notice the foundation picked up the anvil as well, so hopefully we won't have stuff floating in the air. Let's see here. Let's change this a little bit, the crafting area. So you see this is a different top. So you might use this for the inside of your house because that's your house, and then use that for your deck, a different one for your deck. So you can customize like you want. The limit screen, we haven't finished it. Like you can see, some of the UI is still broken. So you can see even the numbers here, because we're busy upgrading to the latest version of Unity. So the UI is still a little bit messed up. So I can't show you the limit screen right now. And we also want to still testing how much limits there is on different ones. So this is like, I'm gonna make this my little crafting area. See if I can pull this off. I don't like that one there. Let's put some edges here. There's going to be different types of houses, different units, so stone houses and so on. The other thing that we're going to be having is you're going to have walls that you can put around your borders, for instance, and you can also do like build a castle. So there's going to be different designs as well. So you can do big castles, you can build a massive castle if you're high level, up on that hill, for instance, or whatever. The big thing is that we're making it now that you can customize and build your house just like you want. Like you can do pretty much whatever you want with your house that you want to build. And it's very simple and straightforward so that people can easily do it. Yeah, somebody just asked how much Arcfall coin does it get to take admin. I don't think we're gonna be selling that, no. So let's see here. Some wood foundations here. So I really like this building system myself because I like to be creative. And what's nice is now players will be able to come, your friends can come see your house and you can say, oh, look what I built. This is my design. You can have different designs, different styles, different looks. You can even mix, say, wood and stone. So we have a wood wall here and you can make that a stone wall. So you can have variations in your house as well. So I don't want this pillar here anymore, so I'll pick this up. Say I have an anvil here. I'll put the anvil there. And let's get a furnace maybe. That's a forge. Ah, smelter. Yeah, so types of walls and stuff is locked behind hewing, and for house item like building construction items like walls and so on, and then stations are locked behind carpentry and furniture. So it depends on what level of you are and what you can build and so on. But you can always buy it from somebody else, right? So you can always buy it from another player that has that level to build that, and then you can just buy the items from him and build it yourself. So it's a bit of a increase in economy. So there's my little fireplace. That'll be my little crafting area. And let's see if I can put some furniture in the house itself. Oh, there's an open window there. Let's see, what furniture can we get? A bed, maybe? Table. Red table, royal table. Okay, so right here, I think I'm going to put their stable here. And then inside I'll put a bed. Against this wall here. And I'll put a table in there. And I'll pick up my chair outside here. And then I'll put my chair in here. And then I have my house all laid out inside. So this is obviously small, and like I said, you can go as big as you want depending on how much units you have. So foundations, I think starter you'll have say maybe 10 foundations you can place down, and then you can upgrade it depending on your level and so on. So these are two different designs there. You can see this is just this one here, and then that's a different one there. So that more or less covers what we're planning with the housing. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask now. You can see I built there, a house there, and then I'm running all the way down there, and I can build a house there. So this is per account. So you have one account that you can build per island. So your islands are all connected to accounts. For those, we might look later on for guilds to allow guilds to have guild plots maybe. But for now, you can also give other players permission, and you can all build on the same plot. Like it's pretty big, you know. You can build a house there. Your friend can live on that island, and one on that island, and you live on this island, for instance. You guys might also notice we added in some changes to the fog and so on. So you have a nice distance fog with a blur effect on it. Yeah, so how merchants are going to work, we have an idea. So we see we have underwater plants and stuff, so we're busy working on the underwater system too. So you'll have like breathing, and then you can maybe get some treasure chests down underwater. Like all the biomes are going to be updated to have underwater areas as well. For merchants, so because originally what we wanted to what we wanted to do is for merchants is we were gonna use the non-instant housing as merchant spots where you can sell stuff. Now we are looking at maybe doing the player merchants on in towns where you can actually rent a merchant and you can place your goods in the merchant, so they won't be directly linked to your plot. But you can also have on your instance plot, you can also have, for instance, put in maybe say a bunch of merchant stalls here at the entrance, you know, and then you can invite friends and so on, or other players to your plot if you want to do it that way. The plot merchants might cost cheaper to place down and maintain, where the town merchants will have a more of a cost involved to it. Yeah, we'll look at putting a rapid sailor dockmaster maybe there. So you guys can see this is totally on the other side of the island. There's why I built there, and now you can see I can build here too. We can put another house here if I can get a foundation. Not that one, this one. See, this is not a totally flat area here, so you have to play around with the level of it. Let's make a bit bigger area. It's too low, this one. Well, the friends one is so that, say, sometimes people I don't want you to come visit mine. You might want it, but some people might not want other players to come visit their plots. So with friends, at least we make it so that you can choose who do you want to visit your plot. I mean, we might change that in the future depending on how we look at it, but that's more or less what we were thinking of, bringing in a system to do that. And I mean, we do have a screenshots section in Discord as well, where you can put your screenshots. See, oh, there's a crate. You can harvest that crate. See, this section is too flat now. Any other questions you guys maybe have? So yeah, I'm not gonna make a house. This is gonna be just a little place for people to come and relax. Yeah, we only have tier 1 resources on all the biomes. So it will always be cyberlock, stone, I think copper, some copper nodes maybe. Like all the level 1, tier 1 items that you can gather or get will be on all the biomes that you get for your players. It's just in case, just to get you started on your own player island. We don't want to make it different tiers and stuff like that. Like that's the one thing we didn't want to do is just allow certain players that have certain things to have advantages on what tier items they have in the islands. This way it's for everybody. Yeah, so hewing is for the base platforms and the walls, and carpentry is for crafting stations and furniture and add-ons like that. The one thing we don't have in this, but it will be in the release, is lights. So you guys will be able to put things on the walls like lanterns, portraits, like decoration stuff like that. So here's a nice little flat area to build to. So it's pretty reasonable size area to build. Yeah, for basic crafting stuff, you won't be able to. They won't need to leave. But obviously, like different designs, different looks will have require different resources. You know, like that is just cyper wood and some basic stone to make these basic woods, Oceano style walls and so on, foundations. But like you can have different designs and so on later on as well. That'll be different looks. Yeah, so you can will be able to place your say all your stations, all your chests and stuff. I think we'll do that so you can place it anywhere here and then you can build your house from there or whatever. You don't have to have it on a foundation or anything like that right off the bat. So some just want to not build a house at all, they can do that. So farming, I think we're gonna have released in the next update as well. Good for mention, yeah, I nearly forgot about that. So you'll be able to plant your crops. Maybe you'll have like tilled land that you can place down, like semi like a foundation, and then you can plant the crops on top of it. You know, like you could put down, say, a chicken coop, and then you can get some chickens from it. So yeah, there's a lot of options that we're looking at, and now that you're not limited by space, like you can do it anywhere, you know, opens up a lot to the housing system actually. Other thing we will be adding in is obviously doors, so you can actually click on a door, open it up and close it. Same with the windows, maybe we'll add in some windows so you can actually open and close windows and so on. Yeah, we'll look at maybe having it later on that we could make it, instead of just having friends, that you can set, if it's friends they can do certain things on your plots, but if it's not friends then they can just maybe just view your plot. Because we are looking at adding a dungeon system now as well. So you'll be able to place down on your claim here a, say, a dungeon portal, which will take you to your own private dungeon. And in your dungeon you can spawn like certain mobs depending on what you get from them with resources. So you put in spawners in your dungeon, you can build your dungeon. Same way we build our house and so on, with different walls and so on, so you can create your own dungeons. And then people can come and run your dungeons. And maybe we'll have a a toll fee, so you can put a fee on top of it. Say for instance, run my dungeon and it costs so much gold. If you die, the player has to do it again and pay again. But you put in, say, rewards in your dungeon, like a chest with some goodies. So if they get to the end of the dungeon, then they get the goodies. You know, just all these are ideas that we're looking at. Some fun ideas that we wanna add into the building system. Chest limits, we will see how we're gonna increase it, depending on how we do our increases of our build items. I mean, we obviously have a limit. We can't have 1,000 items in this island because the server won't be able to handle that. But that's the other reason why we want to put some limits on it, so that we can ensure that we don't have some people putting down 500 anvils, for instance, which is going to take up all your anvil space, and then you can't build anything else. You know. So if you guys have any other questions, we might call it a day. Like I said, this release is going to be on the 17th of July. It's not just the housing. The housing is the biggest one, but like I said, we were looking at adding in more combat for archery. There's definitely going to be at least 3 or 4 more armor sets that you can craft for leatherworks. Because we're changing all the current housing plots that's non-instance, that's in the main world, changing those areas up to have some lore and stuff. So there might be new mobs coming out, you know, like new spawn points, more quests and stuff. So it's going to be quite a big update in July. So yeah, if you have too many houses with too many chests on it, we might change that system a little bit up. We might allow a little bit more chests, but we don't want to go too crazy with the amount of chests. Like I said, there's different size storages and stuff like that as well. That will be added as well. So more chest sizes and so on will come into play. Yeah, there's quite a lot of things that we're still looking at adding in and doing. Like the housing, we just thought we would want to change that because it also involves the main world, and we also want to look at optimization and stuff. And because currently there's a lot of housing in the main world, it will destroy the main world's performance. So this way, it's more linked to its own instance, basically. So performance is pretty good, and also we had a lot of problems when people run into an area where there's a lot of houses built. There's too many items loading up at once, which created a problem with some stuff hanging. This way, if it's on your own instance, it's very unlikely that it's going to have the same problem. Yeah, so everybody should start gathering up your resources and getting your hewing and your carpentry up. These houses items won't be cheap to build, like these platforms and walls and stuff. It's gonna be pretty expensive. Yeah, you know, you won't be losing any of your chests. Like I said, when we do the switch over, everything that's on claims will be sent by mail, so you should be fine there. Okay, guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for you guys, everybody that's been helping us over the years. We really appreciate it. Everybody that's playing it. It's slow process, but we're getting there slowly but surely. It's getting a little bit better, I think, every year as we go along. Like I said, we also increased the graphic distance. You'll see the the maps will look a little bit different, like this distance views and climate and the fog effects and stuff like that, and the water and so on. Everything is going to be changing a little bit, hopefully for the better. Well, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. If anybody has more questions, feel free to ask them in our Discord channel, and be sure to follow us here or on our Discord. Talk to you guys later.